Alright, so I thought I'd do an introduction to the Glock, demonstrate how the trigger works and how to disassemble it. Should be able to see, safety check, no ammo's in it. So I'm going to drop the slide and demonstrate the trigger right now. Please notice the position. So, pulling it back about right here, it breaks. Back it. Okay, so it's ready to go again. I let it out to reset. Very short distance, that's it. And then, breaks again. Trigger has to be pulled for disassembly. And to disassemble, you bring the slide back slightly. Probably have to do it this way. And you pull that lever on both sides up. And frame slides off. Recoil spring comes out. And there's the barrel. So now we're left with the slide and the frame. We're going to disassemble the frame first. So right there, that little piece pointing at is plastic, and you pull this towards the front of the slide, and then remove the back plate. And I'm going to do that, but you have to keep your thumb over this, or else over that, or else the some springs and stuff are going to fly out, and that's going to be pretty fun. So, be right back in a second. Okay, it's depressed and everything, so I'll just pop it out the remaining. That's the back plate. Here's the striker assembly. And that's the extraction rod. So we'll get the firing pin safety block, which is this little silver disc, and push it down. And the extractor just drops out. That part right there is the extractor. And firing pin safety. Here it is with its little spring. The striker is pretty easy to take apart. See how it is right now on the back of the slide. You just pull the spring down, and the black part you see right there is 2 halves of a cup. And they just pull off. Whatever. Slide's done. Now for the frame. Might need both hands for part of this, so anyways, start with the top hole. See, it's getting pushed out and just comes right out rather easily. Now, might need a second hand for this, because the slide release is locked into a notch on there. Actually, that just popped right out that time. Just gotta find the sweet spot. Okay. Final pin is towards the back right here. And that holds in the the rest of the trigger components in the block towards the back. So there it comes out. So I'm gonna have to remove the locking block, which is that part right there. Stand by. Just pry it upwards. Alright, it came out. Just gently pry it out. This is what it looks like. The front of the gun is that away. And there's the slide release that came out. Goes in like that. Now all that's left, well, there's actually a couple things left. So I'm using the extractor to pry this out. There goes the trigger components. There's a trigger and the trigger bar, and there's a spring and connectors on the side. Fun stuff, pretty simple to get at. So let's put these back in. What I do is I place the trigger in its hole first, and I get this lined up, and I just press down. You might hear a click. There was. So I'll just replace the pin. And I actually just did that with my bare hands, and it's pretty good. I might need to finish it up later, and it's not a big deal. So now, place the locking block back in. That's that. So now the top hole first, which is pretty opposite of what you would think. A little too far. Yeah, that's good enough. Good enough for right now, so put slide release in. And it goes just to the left of the trigger. Push it forward a little bit, and it sits right in that notch right there. So now I'm going to come in from this side because it'll be easier. And that's the way you're supposed to do it, I suppose. So this comes through. When it's in a location it's supposed to, it'll get locked in by the slide stop. I suppose that's good enough. Alright, so frame's done. Let's go on to the slide. Just gonna, I should do the extractor first. So how it's done is, you take the firing pin safety, and might need two hands for this. Let's see. Actually, no, I got it. Okay. This, you want on the standard extractor plunger, you want the longer metal part to make contact with the extractor, and it goes down its hole, which is on the right. It just slides right in there. Take the striker, it only fits in there one way. Alright, now Yeah, I'm gonna need 2 hands for this, but basically you push down on the striker sleeve, slide the plate on, then push down on the extractor bearing, and slide back cover plate will snap right on. So okay, it's partially on. Pushing down on the extractor bearing and pushing it forward. So now you'll hear a click, and that's on. The slide's assembled now. So put the barrel in, recoil spring as well, and now frame and slide, and that's that. Magazine's pretty easy to take apart. I probably won't be able to do this with one hand, but that button in the bottom right there, easy, just push it in, bottom plate comes out, and locking plates underneath there, spring, and then the follower. So, nothing to that. Not really much else I can tell you. I'll show you how the mechanism works in another video.